Good morning. We are about to feed the feed the chickens, check on the chickens, and I actually cut them up some apples this morning that were going bad on the counter. And I'm also going to try to keep the camera a little further away from my face, because after reviewing the video, y'all all up in my face. It's just hard to think about all the things. So, I cut them up some apples that were going bad. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to feed them. But I thinking about setting you guys up so that you can kind of see more what's going on. Because yesterday's footage was not very good. So, I'm going to grab a little ladder out of the building and see if I can set this up. You won't be able to hear me because, as I said, I haven't bought a mic yet. Not that I really say anything valuable. Sometimes it's just watching's fun. So I'm going to set you up right here and let you watch, because I'm going to throw them apples and some seed. I'm going to kind of angle you because my feeders are right there and I kind of throw everything there anyway. Okay. Good morning. I don't know if these will fit. They did. Everybody calm down, I got plenty. Calm down. Oh. I just seen a side of my blind chicken I ain't never seen. She jumped right down and got that apple. I've actually been falling behind on giving them little treats. I give them their scratch every day and stuff like that, but I used to come out here every couple days with an apple, and I would actually hold it so they could like get good bites on it. But these are about they're not rotten, but they're so soft, so they'll be fine. Uh-oh, that one landed outside of the cage here. Okay. Now, I don't know if I've showed this, but I'm going to. This is what's called scratch. And the little worms that you see, I added those in there. The mealworms are ridiculously expensive. But it's got corn and I don't remember all kinds. It's got like the feeder pellets too. All kinds of little seeds in there. They've been bypassing the corn. I don't know if it's the quality of corn that they don't like, but they love, their favorite is the sunflowers. And last year, I grew well, every year I grow sunflowers, but last year I grew them with the intent to throw my chickens the sunflowers. Well, I didn't think before I planted. Y'all will see that to be a normal thing. I plant, then I think later. I planted the mammoth sunflowers. The seeds were probably a third of the size, no, let's see, 2/3 the size of my pinky. Okay, they're huge. Chickens, my kids, they can't do nothing with that. So this year, I think I'm gonna do in one of them gardens a little area of a smaller sunflower, so that they can get, and I've also got garden updates from yesterday. But let me continue getting some food from my chickens. some water this morning. Okay, let me go get some water. My daughter and I actually, let me turn. My daughter and I put up this orange fence Saturday. I could not film it because I don't have another hand to hold the camera, and this stuff right up against that fence is so, this netting right here, it is so tight that we were squished. We was squished. The reason I did this is in hopes that this section will get some grass. I'm gonna throw out seed, I think, when it rains. That's my plan. All right, I gotta get some water. Also gotta give garden updates. We planted our garden on Saturday. I don't film on Sunday just because we don't really have anything going on. I mean, we go to church in the morning and then whatever happens in the afternoon, but we don't really work anything. And then I went and visited my parents. And then Sunday evening, we go to church. Had to be at church early for a meeting. There's nothing to film. Okay, let me get a bucket first before I start the garden. Yeah, we got unhappy updates on the garden, which it was already a questionable thing if it was going to happen or not. So, where's my bucket? I normally have a blue bucket sitting right here beside my well house. Right there. No, wait, right there is where I normally keep my bucket. I don't have it. I bet they use that bucket for the fertilizer on the garden. And I bet that's the bucket that I put the fertilizer in when I put it up. Yeah, let me go get another bucket. So we planted our tomatoes, all of our tomatoes, and our peppers on Saturday. It's on a video. And the drawback to planting green is you don't know how cold, and you try to do it before the last frost. Hold on, I have to take this off. Sorry, y'all have to go on the ground. You try to do it before the last frost happens, but you can't predict. You can check the weather, but that's it. I mean, it is what it is at that point. So, Andy had tried, and now we know it's a mistake, but we weren't sure because we've never done it. But back when the seeds were coming up, and they were probably 3 inches tall, something. They're pretty good. I mean, they were pretty. He put some Miracle-Gro on them in the tray, and they did not like that. So I think what happened is the plants that were already stressed from the Miracle-Gro, they met their demise because of the it was just too much stress. They were still trying to recuperate from why is that bucket wet? Oh well, probably I rinsed it or washed it before I put it up and didn't dry it, which is not. Okay, let's turn my water on. Whoa, that thing's on killer. Okay, telling you, the hand holding. Gotta fix my bucket and my hose and everything. So y'all are gonna have to come down here. Okay. So anyways, they met their demise. Not all of them. Some of them did better. So we haven't decided yet. exactly what we're gonna do. Are we gonna restart seed? Are we gonna wait a little bit? Or just start them in the ground? We're not, we had way too many tomatoes, but Andy has that sickness that most gardeners have. He plants because he enjoys planting. We end up giving the vast majority of it away, or canning, or chicken. I mean, it don't, some of it goes to waste as we get to the end of the season and they begin to get like the soft spots on the bottom or whatever, and we're just kind of done. Like, I've canned and I've done all I could do. So some of it, not a lot. We give a lot of it away. My chickens, like I said, and I can. So I don't know how much I'll can this year. It depends what produces good. I really want some, I've been trying to do my Amish paste tomatoes to get me some spaghetti sauce. And I get some, but I don't get a lot. So I end up making that out of either a Celebrity or a Halcinator, which we buy seeds from the house. They have good seeds. So we'll just see. I'll make it out of whatever. And I know it ain't perfect in flavor because those Celebrities are really sweet tomatoes, and but if I can't get enough Amish, I'll just do what I got to do. I seen a lady on YouTube the other day. We were watching them can, and she put hers in the refrigerator until she kept putting them in the refrigerator until she got her next batch. And I might try that, because you never get enough of those, like my Amish and stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna go put this in there in the waterer. Back up, ladies. Back up, ladies. So, you gonna have it out today? Because I'm ready to kick you. Yeah, I thought so. I kicked my chicken the other day, and it's done better at not pecking me. Still comes at me. Oh, she likes water. I'm probably gonna keep this bucket up here so it don't get taken again for gardening. Okay, so now on to the garden so I can show what I've been talking about. Fruit trees are looking good. They're blooming some more. Let me switch the camera. Okay, do not ask me what's in the rows because I can't remember. I think these center ones right here were the yellow tomatoes, and we don't know the name for those. Those come from a friend in Georgia. They're like 100-year-old seed. It just is, he named them after the man he got them from, but they're delicious. They're a not acidic yellow tomato. What we have is, we have a Halcinator and a Celebrity, and I think this row is some Halcinator up to like the 6th one, and then I think that the Celebrity, and then Celebrity's at the end of this top row. I don't know, because I know there's some peppers in the center of the middle row and some peppers at the end of that 3rd row. So here is our pitiful, hang on, with all the weeds, you can barely even tell. It's right there, right there. It's not happy, because what happened that night is it got down to like 38. It's right there, clumped up. Okay. See, this one's okay. This one's still standing. This one's not. This one's probably not gonna die completely. It doesn't even have any more green. This one is kind of still standing. I think it'll pull through. It's not a happy looking plant, but I think it'll pull through. This one's kind of still green. We'll just have to watch it. These are fine. That one's fine. That one's not fine. It's still green. Still standing just a little bit. So possibly they'll die. This one's fine right here. That one should make it. It looks terrible, but it should make it. This one possibly will make it. It's just got to get stronger in the ground. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one looks puny. So anywho's, and these over here, which is kind of funny. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the variety, but this side right here was Cherokee purple. So it's this one and that one. That side over there was Amish paste, and they did fine. So, not sure. But I'm thinking in this bed, there is cucumbers right here in the edge, and then we try to get them up the trellis. But in here, I think I'm going to put some small sunflowers. Because I don't really need more vegetables. I don't like to waste vegetables and grow them just for the sake of growing. Because I'm not going to use them, and I feel bad when they just start rotting, and then there ain't no point in it. So, that's probably my plan. Also, I don't know what we're going to get into today. I don't have a very fun day. Homeschool's first. We're nearing the end of homeschool. I think we have 7 or 6 weeks. I can't remember. So I might film a little bit of that, but it's just, the kids are crazy. I teach 3 high schoolers and 1 second grader. So the high schoolers today's their last lesson in math. The boys just started a home and defense elective until the end of the year because we just needed to fill time. And I think they'll be done with Bible. And my daughter did zoologist. Hers probably, she may or may not finish. She's very, she could get it done in her off time. Like, the boys don't like to do that. They want to go out and just play. So, like, their class is very short. Jacob has 3 subjects left. I bought him a science, but we're not going to be able to finish it in time, so we only got 2 lessons done in it, and I shut it. I'll do it next year. So, I might film a little in that. We'll just see. And all I have today that I know 100% is I have to go to a big chain store. I don't know if you get in trouble for saying those things, but I have to go to a big chain store and get some groceries. So, I think that's all. We will see y'all on our next task. Hopefully soon. And I know our channel is going to be very eclectic. It's going to be whatever we're doing. I would like for the boys to film some fishing because they are constantly fishing. The problem is my son's phone doesn't have enough memory for that. And I'm not buying a GoPro. They're ridiculously expensive for something we just starting that might not work. So, hope to get some fishing in. Because, like I said, but when it gets prettier weather, we have 2 boats. And one is a bass boat, one's a small pontoon. No, they're older, okay? They're very older, but we love them. And we'll probably go out more on the pontoon. And I will definitely be filming that because I love being out on the lake, just looking. I like to fish, but I like to look too at God's beautiful creation and the water, and that's my favorite. So, gonna go in, and Jacob should be getting ready for the kids don't start till 9:30. So, gonna go in and get him started on his schoolwork. Shouldn't take us very long because he's only got 3 subjects to do since we're at the end of the year. I'll see y'all later.
Welcome back to Duncan Homestead for Jesus.
Okay.
So today we are doing my schoolwork because I am homeschooled and I gotta get it done. So come and join us. This is my room. Maybe y'all don't notice, but this is my room.
And it's messy.
Yes.
All right. We just finished math. I'm not recording that because we end up in fusses the whole time because he's trying to learn how to do math the correct way. So, we use Right Start Mathematics, and you can't see that it's backwards, but that's what it says. Right Start Mathematics. I bought this probably 11 years ago for my first son. Ended up, I did not homeschool. I started, didn't homeschool because I had to get a job and support my family. So didn't homeschool, put them in public school for first grade. But I pulled that back out to do him. So,
did y'all?
hold on, let me finish. We're going to move on to, what you want to do next? You want to do reading or English?
English, because I hate English.
This is what Generations has a curriculum, and so far, I'm not a great fan of it for my older kids. There are parts of it that I like. But for him, second grade, it is awesome. This is English. Ignore the crinkly brownness of it because he spilled my coffee on it back when we first started school.
Can I say something?
What you got to say?
Did y'all know when my mom goes out to feed the chickens, guess what I do? I sit in my mom and dad's room or sit in the living room and watch TV.
Okay.
Right, Mom?
Well, yeah, until I get back in. Okay. This is kind of how it's laid out. Like it's in a 3-day, like you could do your lesson in 3 days, get it done. Week 29 is what we're on right now. This is day 1, and then we have day 2 and day 3, of course. And first 2 days, you get word lists. And these are very big words. Typically, they're themed. The football, cupcake, fireworks, sunflower. I'm not really particular on him spelling them perfectly because on the 3rd day, he does a little spelling test. And I'm just real particular on him knowing the word and kind of getting close to the spelling. I mean, I ain't that. I enjoy spelling, but I want them to enjoy it. And then down here, it says using the word list, finish writing these words. So he just kind of, sometimes it's unscramble the words. So it's some sort of activity with the words.
Yeah.
Over here, he writes the word 2 times, has to read the sentence to tell me what it means. And then word search. And it's always something different. Today, we're going to talk about compound words. It doesn't do this every week, but about every other week, it'll have, some sort of new grammar theme. This, you combine the words, and then he has to write a sentence. We don't always do the write a sentence because a lot of times in his other books, he has to write bigger scriptures and stuff. So we skip a lot of these. I just say do 1 per day because that's a lot of writing for him who does not like writing. And I'll kind of jump back on to talk about reading. And we've already finished history. That was my favorite. Because I love to learn about the Bible and scripture. This was our history. And this is the Generations curriculum. All 3 of these except for the Right Start Mathematics. This is taking the Middle East for Jesus. But it was wonderful. He even enjoyed it. I mean, some of the stuff was a little bit over his head, but not too far. They tried to take some of it down.
We're done with history.
Yeah, we finished
Yay!
it.
I don't like history.
So, you would read the story of, sometimes it was a martyr, sometimes it was just a family who did missions or something like that. Some sort of story. And you just answer some questions. So
I'm going to tell y'all about
we're not going to take that long.
We literally teach about Jesus. That's it. And just math problems. My other kids.
Your other kids, your brother and sister.
Yeah, they have problems. They read a little bit, but mostly they just do problems on paper, like solve, minuses and pluses and.
They do pre-algebra.
Yeah, they do algebra.
So I'll pick back up and let you know about reading when we start that. Well, okay. He waited dramatically for that one. I'm just going to say what the older kids are doing. They've actually finished 2 Bible and what was the other one? Economics. I got their economics and their Bible both from the Generations curriculum, and I can express my concerns about it later. Not right now. I got this through the eyes of a zoologist. My daughter's doing this. It's a little bit bigger. The boys' is a lot smaller. Hers is for 12 lessons. So she's doing this. This is just kind of filling the gaps on the last of the year because we only have a little bit of a couple weeks left, like 6 or how many we got? 6. Okay. And then I bought these on that Generations curriculum. They are not formed as a curriculum. It's just a learning book. So I just have them read a lesson. We're just trying to finish the year, guys.
I can't see the numbers.
And then they have math, and all I have right now is, hang on. Okay, they are on their last lesson. If I could tell any curriculum that I love the most, by far, it's going to be this one right here. This is math. You can't even see that. Huh? Oh, no. No, I was trying to turn it around. It's Math UC. It's down at the bottom. See it? Math UC. This has been the best math curriculum ever. I'm a visual learner. Didn't know this about myself till my friend tried to teach me math. I learned better visually. Oh, well, you can't, can you? So we've only done it this 1 year. So, but I'm telling you, it is the best curriculum I've ever used for math. They finished, till today they finished. They do rational and irrational numbers today, and then they're finished. So, I'm not going to film them because I just don't want all the comments coming from people. So, because they holler a lot, and I've told them before, I don't know how they didn't get in trouble in school. Because they play a lot. But they get their work done, and I don't care. So, that's all. They're going to move on. I got to go back in there with Jacob and finish. And we'll pick back up later. Okay.
Hey, everybody. We are back for today again.
We're hitting the table.
So, today we are doing school.
You done said that. Okay,
Earlier,
stop. I said I was going to jump back in and talk about reading. This is from the Generations curriculum. I really like this one, too. Let me put the camera up. I didn't bring my tripod in here.
Can we go get it?
No,
Okay.
it's fine.
I'll
It's fine.
get it.
This is just biblical. Like, there's no extra stories outside the Bible. All these are just Bible stories. They go in sort of order as far as like chronological goes, but they don't go in order in the whole Bible. So it's just the colors are cute. The stories are not too long. Like, here's a story. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then that's it. Like, and they're really big print. So he reads this one. I read the history because some of them names I struggled with. Because it's a lot of Middle Eastern names and you just do your best. So he reads this one. It also comes with a workbook. I like the workbook too. The only thing that I'm not going to say I don't like. It's not my favorite, is a lot of these, like this workbook and the English, other than the fact that this book does not cover grammar, it is a lot of repeating activities, like a word search and, fill in the syllables. And it's fine, but this almost has a touch of English in it. So it's a drawback. Like, I want
to see me too. Up there. Okay.
Not right now.
Please. I want the tripod.
Look, I'll turn it a little bit. Look, let's see. Okay.
Hello.
So, we skip. If I don't skip it in here, I skip it in the English book because it is so similar. Because it, like the word search, like he didn't do it in the other book. Now, he might go back later in his own free time and do it. Sometimes he enjoys that. But like, we kind of just concentrate on the questions. Like right here, it says, why did Mary name her baby Jesus? So like, this is lesson 43. We haven't got there yet, but we more or less just concentrate on the questions pertaining to the story. Mm-hmm. And like the grammar and anything like that, the syllables fall into the English book. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Still enjoy the book. I don't know if I'd have done them back to back.
So this one is called it is God.
No, that's not our chapter. Hang on, I'm not there yet.
It's our chapter.
Hold on. I wrote it down, but I'd have to move my T to find it. I think we're on chapter 40.
Chapter 40, chapter 40.
I think so. Last week's story.
Chapter 36.
That don't look right, Jacob. We didn't talk about sheep last week, did we?
Yep.
We did?
I think so. Chapter 41.
Yeah, it is, because you wrote Nebuchadnezzar. Yep, I remember him trying to write Nebuchadnezzar.
Chapter 41?
No, chapter 40 is where we're going to be.
Hey.
This week's called Nehemiah Cries Out to God. Okay, tonight for supper, we're going to make what we call mock chicken casserole. I come up with this recipe in a pinch, and it's just good. So, I've never done it in the crock pot, so I'm going to do that. All you do is I'm going to take chicken breasts and put them in my crock pot with some butter and some seasonings, and you let that go. And then I'll pick back up later and show you what else you do with it. So we're going to get our chicken out. I would really like to cut. Will you hand me the yellow knife, please? It's got too much fat on it. Gracias. Okay. I'm just going to cut some of these extra yucky pieces. I'll feed them to the dogs.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I might. It would probably benefit me to go ahead and cut these in half, and that way they'll cook a little faster, because all I'm going to do is shred them, so it does not matter. I'm going to use, I normally use garlic powder, but I have this whole garlic clove that I've had for a while. And I'm going to open it up and use it. It might be bad. No, it's okay. I kind of tried to keep it away from everything and dry. I'm just going to chop this up. Once I get all the, yeah, it started to sprout. That one's not good. I might, let me check. Sometimes if the sprout is not too far, yeah. It's been over in the corner. Can you see how green that is in the center? I'm just gonna pull it out and I'm gonna use it. I'm just gonna pull out the stem part. Even though it probably won't hurt anything, but it might have like a greener flavor. Yeah, that'd be fine. And I don't want them like crazy small, but I just, because really what I'm doing is flavoring, honestly, I'm flavoring the water. And when you flavor the water will flavor the chicken. That's the plan. So I'm just cutting them up into small chunks. I'll probably do 2 of these. If you've ever had whole garlic, it smells and tastes completely different than dried powdered garlic. Completely. So I'm just going to cut this one, do the same. It's too soft, you can't cut it across the thing. And again, pull the green out. I'll probably still stick a little bit of garlic powder in here. Not a lot. I ain't gonna get that. It's falling over. Okay. clean up my mess. Okay, let me get some salt. You need a good bit of salt because you are seasoning water. You're trying to make water flavorful. So you need a good bit of salt. Pepper, it's up to you. I am a fly by the seat of my pants kind of cook, and it typically turns out pretty good. But like I said, seasoning water. Okay, let me get some water. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on because it takes forever. Okay, that's probably, I might do a little more because what I end up doing is you end up using most of that liquid. I might not use it all, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this is probably 3/4 of a stick of butter. Okay, sweet cream, real butter, and then I'm just gonna turn it on. And I will jump back on to do the rest of it when it's 2 now. Probably about, I'll check it at like 4:30 and let's just see where it's at. I got caught up in what I was doing and forgot to film this. So if you have chickens, you typically buy some sort of calcium supplement, oyster shells, whatever. I grind up my my shells, the same egg shell. I just grind them up and I toast them first. You can kind of see. Hang on, let me turn it around. The brown there in the middle, so any liquid kind of browns. But you toast them, get them dry, and then I just do mine in my air fryer. I do them in small batches. I've got a little cup that we throw our shells in, and then when it gets full, we put it in the air fryer, and then it goes in the bag, and then we crunch it up to make room. I do it in my Ninja. There's no smell like this. It doesn't smell good, but it don't stink necessarily. It smells weird. Okay, it just smells. So I just pour, not enough to overwhelm mine. Because I don't know if this is hard on the blades or not. It probably is. It's probably killing them. And it gets smoky too. So I screw my lid back on. And you can kind of watch it. And you want powder. And they say that you don't want big chunks of the shell. Like I couldn't put it in there like that. Because they say that they'll begin to peck their own eggs. I just kind of keep shaking it and watching it and shaking it. And it's real smoky. I don't know if you can see this on camera. But you'll be able to. It looks like somebody's smoking. Just very smoky. You can see it whiffing up over here. It's about time to get rid of this bag. It's got holes in it. My children like to bang it so that they can get some enjoyment out of crushing something. It's time to switch bags. I'll put that right there so I remember to switch bags. That's probably good. Yep. So that whole bag of shells got me. I mean, this thing's pretty big. It's pretty big. So I got half of that full. The only thing that I've noticed is it's not hard to get out of the cup, but it's not something you can just rinse out. You gotta put some scrubbing in there to get it off of everything, because it likes to lay like a film, likes to lay kind of like milk does. It's kind of funny. It is like, because you know the calcium in the milk, I guess, but it likes to lay as like a layer, and you have to scrub it off. Also in the background, I'm cooking let me teach somebody a lesson in cooking that took me years to learn. We'll carry it over here. Liquid in your, hang on, I need to turn this around, but liquid, I'm cooking chicken. That's just chicken in olive oil and some Italian seasoning. It's delicious. Okay, my chicken is almost done, but if you're cooking your chicken in liquid, it's boiling. This sounds crazy, but it took me years. So this is technically boiling. Even though it's not, it's boiling. It'll get your chicken done, but it will not get a, if you like like a crunchy outer, not crunchy, like a grilled outer skin, it will not get that until you get rid of the juice, or it's the moisture, it's the oil, everything combined. But I'm getting really close to where I can, and you can actually hear the difference. That's a very bubbly sound. In just a minute, I'm gonna ditch the liquid as soon as I find my strainer. I'll try this one. The strainer's kind of small, but I'll try it. And then as it heats, you'll begin to hear the sear versus the bubble. That's when you're getting a brown, some sort of brown coating on your chicken. And that's what makes it yummy, if you ask me. You can actually take a paper towel if you want and dry out, before you put your chicken back there, dry it out. But most of that was oil. And it'll fry in the oil. You just kind of need to get the water out, because the water and the oil separate. You can pour out most of the water. But you can already hear the difference, the sizzle. And it'll begin to develop a brown outer, I don't want to call it a crust. I'm sure there's some fancy cooking name that it develops. But it gets brown. It'll have a browning on the side. And it will not do that if you have liquid in your pot. Not oil. Water, like water, moisture. This is just, I'm going to put it up. I don't know if I'll put it in the fridge or the freezer just for one night when I want some chicken and I don't have any meat. If you like Italian, like Italian restaurants and Italian flavor, you cannot go wrong with olive oil, Italian seasoning, and salt and pepper. It's even good on just salads. Just sprinkle some Italian seasoning on your salad, and it makes your, if you like ranch, it makes the ranch taste like the ranch at the Italian restaurants. It is delicious. So I'm going to let this continue to cook, and then I'm going to put it on a plate and let it cool, because you don't want to put it up hot. You gotta let it rest. And then probably the next thing, unless we get into something else, is I'll be finishing my supper.
So today we are going to play with our dogs. Let me show y'all them. So this right here is Captain. Say hey, Captain. This is Bandit. And that's Chitsy. Walking right there, that's Chitsy.
Okay. Again, I got a little ahead of myself and forgot to hit record. I am shredding chicken right now. That's the next step after your chicken gets done in your crock pot. Shred the chicken. And just, my mom got me this neat little chicken shredder thing. And you just put the, can you see? Yeah, you put the piece, it's got little, like, spikes right here. You put the chicken in there, and you put this thing on top, and it's heat resistant, which is nice. And you just turn it, and it shreds the chicken. And sometimes it gets caught in the middle a little bit too much, so you gotta move it to the side. And just keep shredding. Now, one of the steps that really helps the flavor that you can forget, that I forget all the time, and I don't mean to, is salt your broth. You might want to pull out the electric one. I think it'll, yeah, it's, I need to get a new one. My can opener's not opening cans. So you just taste your broth. And the broth is delicious. I'll give you that one. I might put a little bit more salt in there, not much. That very last flavor. And this time I'm going to use just iodized salt. But the flavor is delicious. That Redmond's. Let it stir a little. Oh yeah, a little bit more. Now, if you like spicy, but I've noticed that the, and like I said, it seems like a lot of salt, and yes, I know it is visually, but your seasoning water. Now, take your can of choice, it doesn't matter, cream of something, okay? Cream of chicken, cream of onion, cream of whatever. And you're just, I'm just going to kind of fill it and see if I want to do this whole can or just half the can. I feel like the one whole can is probably good. And I'm going to take me fork. And you really can't even see that, sorry. Hang on. Let me pull this out. You can take a whisk and do this, or you can just mix it up and burn yourself like I. And all you're trying to do is let the soup become soup. Like, you know, like smooth. Mix it around a little bit. Now, you're going to have chunks of, it's like the chicken. That tiny whisk I got. This one. This one's easier. So don't stress about the chunks. You just get it as good as you can. Whisks are better. The soup is really just for flavor. It does not thicken. It's not, it's just for flavor. You just, huh? Oh. Okay. Now I'm doing it. Now I'm doing it. Huh? No, I'm done. I used it all. Alright. Once you get your cream of mushroom in there and mixed up, cream of onion, cream of chicken.
Does it matter?
Does it? Cream of something. Whatever. You could probably even use like a cream of broccoli. It's whatever you want. Just one of them creamy ones. Now, what I'm going to do now is take out some of my broth. I Let me get a bowl. And most of the time, I end up using it all. Okay, but I don't want to overcommit. Let me grab a measuring cup. What am I doing? Yeah. I don't want to overcommit to juiciness until unless it's my choice. Because too much liquid in stovetop stuffing, it's really just your preference. And so I don't measure you can measure out if you want. Oh, that was close. My bowl's bent. Okay. You can measure, but all you do with stovetop stuffing is put it in the liquid and fluff it and let it sit. That's it. There's no cooking involved because it's just bread. But it has seasonings in there, so I don't even know what flavor I got. What flavor was this? Cornbread. Cornbread. This is just what was there. We've used chicken, turkey. Cornbread. Yeah, cornbread. We've used it all. I'm going to let that. 2 bags is all I got. So I'm going to put my 2 bags in here and let that fluff and then see where I'm at with that. Because all you're waiting on is your bread to soak up your liquid. So you just wait. So I'll come back in a minute, about 5 minutes, let it soak up. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. We are now at a good, what I consider juicy fluffy. It's not like hard, but it's still juicy, still making the noise. Okay, what you do is just add your chicken bacon.
Chicken bacon?
Chicken bacon. Chicken bacon.
Not chicken bacon.
Yeah.
Chicken bacon.
Like that. Okay. Yeah. Don't say it too fast. Alright, you just stir it up. Just get it yummy looking, okay? It's literally, that's the game. I'm not going to need any more moisture. So I got all that chicken broth. I will probably, yeah, I'll probably put it in a jar.
We got some here. I need to go.
I got some. And just save it. Turn my crock pot down on low. And wait on the hubby.
Blind room first, Mama.
If I got I don't know if I got my funnel here. Alright, that's it. It's ready to eat. You can salt and pepper to taste at that point, whatever you desire. But that's it. We call it mock chicken casserole. When you first lay seeds or plant... All right, friends, that's it for tonight. We watered the garden, and I do believe, that's what I was going to check, 7:30. That was it. We'll see y'all tomorrow with another exciting day. We'll see y'all, and remember, Jesus loves you. Bye.